My thoughts on weed has always been the same. If you aren't where you want to be in life, you shouldn't be consuming it. Weed is fine. Weed isn't even a drug. Bro, stop coping. When it comes to weed and video games, people cope so hard. Like it's actually insane how hard people cope and defend these two addictions. Video games and weed. Just tell somebody that plays video games, tell somebody that smokes weed, tell them that it's not good for them, and watch how they come up with a million reasons to defend their addiction and to defend why they need to smoke weed and why they need to play video games, why it's good for them. It's literally just cope. It stunts your growth and increases anxiety. Like, people don't understand that if you smoke weed, you're 4 times more likely to get depressive symptoms. You don't need weed to smoke weed to sleep. You don't need to smoke weed to be able to eat. You don't need to smoke weed to be able to function. But it helps me focus. Like, blah, 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 blah. Bro, do you know, like, do you hear how crazy that sounds? You need a drug to do regular human being things? Like, what is wrong with you? What are you talking about? You need a drug to do things that you're supposed to be doing, that is normal to do for a human being. Like, are you serious? It's all bullshit. And I've been the person that I've smoked weed before. I've had weed pens, wax pens. I've smoked weed every day with friends and cousins, and like, bro, I'm not just like a person that's one-sided. I've never smoked weed and I'm telling you to like not do something that I've never done. Like, no, I've experienced smoking weed every single day. I've experienced being high all day, every day. Like, it's not as special as you think it is. Once you stop smoking weed and you start like chasing real dopamine instead of fake dopamine, like being high all the fucking time, you'll realize that you never needed it in the first place. It's like alcohol. Like, alcohol brainwashes you to think that you need to drink to feel comfortable in social settings, to be be down with everybody else that's drinking, to feel not feel anxious, etc., etc. Like, those things, you already have it, and alcohol brainwashes you to think that the only way you can get it is by poisoning yourself and drinking. It's the same thing as weed. You can sleep fine, you can eat fine, you can function fine. You don't need weed. You don't need to smoke weed to do those things. But weed, just like alcohol, brainwashes you to think that you do. Weed, video games, and porn is the killer of all ambition. It has killed so many dreams and goals of young men in this generation. Binge eating, negative thoughts, paranoid thoughts, slowness, brain fogs, all of these things come from smoking weed. I personally don't see the need and the purpose of smoking weed when I'm on a mission to become the best version of myself. So I quit it out. The last time I smoked months ago. I'm completely sober for like 4 or 5 months now, and I feel better than ever. I'm functioning at a higher level than I have ever been. Smoking weed will lead to a lack of presence, which causes poor mental health. Lack of presence is the opposite of mindfulness. You need mindfulness to have a good mental health. People smoke weed all day and then they're surprised why they're always anxious, they're depressed, they're unmotivated, and all these different things. Like, bro, because you're fucking frying your brain, you're frying your dopamine. Of course you're not gonna feel how you're supposed to feel. Of course you're not gonna feel presence. Of course you're gonna have poor mental health because you're ingesting things that are not supposed to be in your body. Smoking weed is a very toxic form of instant gratification, and instant gratification are things that will rob you of your happiness. They will never allow you to reach your goals and become the best version of yourself. I personally believe that you should cut out weed completely until you get to where you want to be in life. But if you want to keep it for whatever lame reason, I personally don't think you should, but whatever. If you want to keep smoking weed for whatever lame reason, I personally think that you should limit it to at least just 1 time a week. Guilt-free and addiction-free. Those are my thoughts on weed, and I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of disagreements for this video, but you'll see, like, the people that are disagreeing, they'll just cope and they're just gonna defend weed with some bullshit story because that's all people do for weed and for video games. So short video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, join the brotherhood. Let me know what you guys think about weed. What is your perspective? What is your story on weed? And I'll see you guys in the next video.